Hello everybody, welcome to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2016, the Unemployment Challenge. The first game of December was the FA Cup tie, second round against Crawley at our ground, and we went behind in the 4th minute of the game when that was scored by Greg Lua. I think is how you say his name, I'm not sure. But just 13 minutes later we found ourselves equalising. Lucas found Booty, Booty found Wallace, and Wallace found the back of the net. 2-1, 1-all sorry, in the 17th minute of the game. It was in the second half that we found ourselves going 2-1 up when Joe Williams scored this penalty that was awarded in the 51st minute of the game. But just 16 minutes later, Crawley were awarded a penalty of their own due to handball, and Hardcastle scored it. Back at 2-2, his first of the season. It was 9 minutes later when Lou Balla scored to make it 3-2 with that wonderful free kick. 10 minutes later though, we went full out attack and tried to get an equaliser, and Robinson's cross was found by Summerfield and he found the back of the net. 3-3, we got ourselves a replay. Our next game was away to Notts County in the league, and Notts County were top of the table at this point. And when we went behind in the 67th minute of the game, thanks to Jack Everest, I was rather concerned. And my concern was proven correct when they managed to make it 2-0 just 8 minutes later, Burke finding Everest for Everest's second goal of the game. We deserved to lose that game in all honesty, even if we had more shots on target. The next game was away from home against Crawley Town in the FA Cup second round replay, and Wallace gave us the opening goal of the game with that effort. But just 8 minutes later, Crawley managed to equalise. Shepherd's cross. Shepherd found Lubella, he crossed it in for Evans, who managed to make it 1-all with his second of the season. 6 minutes into the second half, we found, 6 minutes into the second half, we found ourselves going 2-1 down. Hagil managed to get his 5th goal of the season. And just 10 minutes later, the game had pretty much been sorted out. Hagil found Evans, who scored his second of the game. We didn't deserve to lose, I don't think. We had the shots, but we just didn't take the chances we had. While Crawley didn't have as many shots, but they took their chances. The next game was away from home against Burton Albion, and we managed to get a draw. I think Burton deserved to get a win, but the fact we managed to steal a point from this game, for me, told me that this team wasn't going to give up just yet. We were then hosting Crewe Alexandra in the league, and before this match I told them, buck your ideas up, we're not performing that well. So when Summerfield scored in the 58th minute of the game, for his 30th of the season, I was starting to get a bit of hope. And it was in the 82nd minute of the game when this happened. When Summerfield was able to get on the end of a mistake from Shaz to make it 2-0, I was rather confident at this point. Even if Crewe were able to score just 2 minutes later, Aggie's cross found Cooper, and Cooper found the back of the net to give Crewe Alexandra some hope. But we managed to get ourselves a win and all 3 points. It was 2 days later that we found ourselves going to Leyton Orient. We gave away a penalty in the 52nd minute of the game. Little also got booked for being rude to the officials, but Mitov saved the penalty. And it was just 7 minutes later that we found ourselves going 1-0 up. Pollock found Howe, and Howe scored his first of the season to give us the lead. And just 30 minutes later, Pollock found Howe, he found Booty, and Booty found the back of the net to make it 2-0 and to secure all 3 points. Our next match was our first in January, on the 11th of January, surprisingly enough. And Summerfield gave us the lead inside the 22nd minute of the game thanks to that defensive mix-up. It was the 50th minute of the game that we found ourselves going 2-0 up. Booty found Wallace, Wallace found the back of the net with that effort for his 8th of the season. It was in the 63rd minute that the game became 3-0. Booty found Summerfield, Summerfield found the back of the net for his 2nd of the match and 16th of the season. And it was just 3 minutes later that we found ourselves going 4-0 up. Summerfield found Wallace, and Wallace hit the post, but the post turned the ball into the back of the net. It was just 5 minutes later that a 5th goal was scored. This time it was for Yeovil. Dean found Hitchcock, and Hitchcock found the back of the net for his 11th of the season. And it was 7 minutes later that Yeovil managed to make it 4-2. Daniel Balazer found Hitchcock, and Hitchcock got his 2nd of the game. But in the 86th minute of the game, we managed to make sure that we would win this game. Robinson found Booty, but Wallace was able to get on the rebound to get his first ever hat-trick for the club and his 10th goal of the season to ensure we managed to win this game 5-2 against a side that is actually in the fighting for promotion. Our next game was at home to Walsall, and while I can say we probably won the last game due to having a fitter team and having no gains in 2 weeks, we managed to make it 1-0 inside the 19th minute of the game thanks to weekend booty. But we couldn't say we won because we had a fitter team this time round, though we pretty cool because if you look at the conditions, but we just managed to make sure we got all 3 points, okay? I just wanted to get that sorted out and get one more victory. Our next match was in the league at home against Colchester United, and Summerfield managed to get at the end of that to score the first goal of the game in the 8th minute thanks to some defensive mix-up again. And it was in the first minute of the second half that we managed to make it 2-0. Summerfield again scored. It's his second of the game and 18th of the season. It was in the 64th minute of the game that we managed to make it 3-0. Williams fouled Summerfield. Summerfield's shot was saved, but Mervius, who had started his first game since coming out from injury, scored on his return. And it was in the 77th minute of the game that we managed to make it 4. Summerfield found Wallace, and Wallace found the back of the net. I was rather delighted by the result. 4-0 at home against Colchester United. What more could I ask for? Our next game was away from home against Swindon Town, who had just rehired Paolo Di Canio. So when Wallace went down, injured, I was rather disappointed. He went down with a potential foot injury. But we managed to make it 1-0 in the 54th minute of the game when Connors played this ball across to Booty, and Booty scored that goal. What a finish that was. And just 9 minutes later, we managed to make sure we took all 3 points. Hewitt found Booty. Booty played across to Murphy, and Murphy was not going to miss from there. It was in this game that Summerfield also got injured. The last game of January saw us go to Portsmouth, who had just secured a place in the Johnson Paint Trophy final, and Leonardo da Silva Lopez gave us the lead inside the 24th minute of the game with his 4th goal of the season. But Portsmouth managed to score in the 47th minute of the first half. James found Brown, and he scored to make it 1-1 with his first goal this season, give Portsmouth the equaliser. And then I made a mistake. Near the end of the game, I was trying to make sure we got all 3 points and try to push all the men forward to go for goal, but we left ourselves open, and Garner took advantage of that situation to make it 2-1 to Portsmouth to get them all 3 points to end our winning run, which had been going on for 6 matches. How disappointing that was for me, you would not believe. Especially when you look at the table now and the fact that we could have been top of the table had we not lost that match. We could be top of the table at the end of January had we not lost the match. But as things stand, I'm not going to complain either way. We are in the top 2 right now after 28 matches with a game in hand over Wigan. So we could be 3 points clear of 3rd place Wigan, and we could be an amazingly good 12 points clear of 6th place Middlesbrough, 7th place Birmingham, and 8th place Cardiff, with 17 games to go. Had I known that I would be doing this well at the beginning of the season, I probably would have been more pessimistic, but I've already signed a new contract anyway, so I'm staying until the end of 2023. As things stand, unless I get a good offer from the team in the divisions above. So who knows what's going to happen. I did buy Joe Mattock from Portsmouth for just 10 grand in order to help my left backs a bit more, because I was thinking that we were not strongest in that area, and he's done really well for me so far. In the 4 matches he's been in, he's got an average rating of 7.22. It's quite good, but considering he's Portsmouth only saw him get an average of 6.92, I was slightly surprised, but yeah, we're doing well so far with him. And the last player we bought was on transfer deadline day, Stephen O'Donnell. I haven't played him yet, but he's quite talented, and I was trying to get rid of my other team players, Joe Rafferty, who wanted to leave, but he didn't go. So, yeah, Rafferty, I was trying to get rid of at the last day of the season window, but paperwork fell through. I actually offered bids of 95 grand for this guy. Now I may not even get that, but I am going to end this video here. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Hope you like and favourite this video. It will really, really help me out a lot. Yeah, where do you think I should finish this at the end of the season? What do you think I should target now? Should I actually target promotion like I thought I should in the last video, or should I just dampen my expectations a little bit since I lost the last game? Let me know, it will really help me a lot. So, anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.